welcome back to another episode here at Tourist to Local. My name is Juliana.
My name is Martin.
And this week we are in a new state, a new city. I am so excited to be in Boston, Massachusetts.
This city is full of history, of culture, and also of bricks.
Yeah, tons of brick. Now Martin and I not only come from two different cultures, yes, he has just moved here from Mexico after we've traveled around there for a while, but also we are two different types of travelers.
That's right, I like the culture, the history, the museums, and also the sports.
Yes, and I like to find good food places. I love interesting neighborhoods, parks, and good places to take Instagram photos, let's be honest.
That's right, so in this video it's gonna be a little bit of both.
You guys are in good hands with us. Now grab yourself a snack because you're not gonna wanna be hungry for this one. We're gonna show some really good food. Let's explore Boston. Before we jump into this video, we wanted to give a huge shout out to Rodolfo Velasquez. He is our patron of the episode. Thank you so much, Rodolfo, for all of your support. We really appreciate you and we hope that you enjoy this video. It is thanks to people like you that we're able to do what we do. Now, if you're trying to get around Boston, one really great resource to utilize is their metro system. Super cheap, super easy to use, and very, very safe. We're gonna use it today to get to our first destination.
I'm using this app. That is the one telling you have to put where you wanna go, where are you, and it tells you which line to get.
What's it called?
I don't know, Boston Transport, something like that. People from Boston, we call it the T.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know.
Now our next stop is to try something that you have to try when you're in Boston, and that is a lobster roll. We decided to go to Neptune Oyster, which is famous for their lobster rolls. The line was out the door to get in here, so I recommend don't come too hungry because you're gonna have to wait a little bit. But we got our lobster rolls. They look so good. I've never tried this before, but I love lobster. Let's dig in. Attractions when we were coming here to Boston. The Aquarium, the Boston Harbor City Cruise, the Franklin Park Zoo, and the Museum of Science. Now we're on a bit of a budget for this trip, and I found out a money-saving hack that is so helpful to know. Now if you were to buy those tickets directly with the attractions themselves, the cost would be about $120 per person, which is quite a bit of money. However, if you get the Boston City Pass, it is $64 per person and you get access to all 4 of those attractions. So that's almost half off. That is a pretty good deal. For this video, we've partnered with City Pass. They were so kind enough to give us access to 2 City Passes so that we could try out their program. And our first stop of the day is the Boston City Harbor Cruise, and I'm so excited. I highly recommend getting the pass before your trip starts. You do have a whole year to use the pass, and once you activate it, it is good for 9 consecutive days. Check out the link in the description to purchase the pass. Now let's go on our city cruise.
This is amazing. I mean, Boston is a port, so a lot of its history, it comes from the sea. So it was such a great choice to pick this one because they're telling us all the history of the harbor.
Yeah, what's really cool is that there's a guy who's been talking, he was talking for like 50 minutes straight about everything that we were seeing. And not only was he telling us a lot of history, but he was also explaining a lot of the industry that is in this area, which is so important, especially fishing, for example. So he was talking a lot about that, and it was really cool to see everything. The weather's perfect today. My hair's a mess, but that's a different story for a different day. This tour is about 90 minutes long, totally worth it. I also love it because you get a great perspective of the city.
It's a beautiful view.
We love doing the boat tour. It was so fun.
Amazing.
But we're really hungry, and all the talk of seafood on board made us desperately crave some clam chowder.
Yes.
That is our next big...
New England clam chowder.
New England clam chowder. That's the next thing we're gonna be trying to find. Apparently there's a place nearby here that's supposed to be pretty good, so we're gonna fuel up a little bit before we go to the aquarium. that looks so good. That looks so good. All of that looks so good.
On Sunday we also gonna pass through here. So
Oh, really?
We can have, yeah.
Okay.
Clam
Shoot,
chowder.
the plan was to get New England clam chowder, but after coming to this place, it's called Boston Chowder Co. They have so many good looking things.
Yeah.
Like they basically took all of my food staples and then added lobster to it. So I think I might have to go off track here and try some of this stuff.
It's up to you, mi amor.
Oh my god. I was looking for like a standalone shop and all of a sudden we ended up in this market.
Yeah,
What's it called?
Quincy Market.
Quincy Market. It is a place Martin had actually heard about before we came here.
That's right.
They have tons of food stalls. And in the end, we went for soup.
That's right.
What did you get?
I got the New England clam chowder.
And I got a lobster bisque. So we're gonna try it. We have our signature bread bowls as well. And let's dig in. I'm starving. Next one. Martin and I love to go to aquariums, and apparently this aquarium here in Boston is one of the best in the country. I think it's going to be a perfect day. Also forgot to mention today is Martin's birthday, so we figured going to the aquarium would be a great way to celebrate. I'm so excited to see what type of animals there are here, and it's included in our city pass, so we're gonna check another thing off our list. Hello. Is a whole mood. We're having so much fun here at the aquarium. There's so many different animals to see. Martin got to touch like some stingrays earlier.
That's right.
They have sharks, they have penguins. What's there not to love?
They have a main coral reef over there in the middle. It's so beautiful.
It's pretty cool because that's in the middle and you get to spiral all the way up and then you can walk on the sides all the way down and see all the other stuff. So very nice layout. We love it.
Boston is a city that is proud of their sports team, and they have winners in every single sports. But right now, we're so lucky because it's gonna be Yankees against Red Sox, so we cannot miss it. We're here at Fenway Park and we're gonna watch a beautiful game between those big teams. Last week I posted a video watching Yankees against Red Sox. Go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. There's a little sneak peek of what was it.
It is our third day in Boston. Well, it's technically our second full day here in Boston. And we woke up to the most amazing weather after dealing with a couple of days of rain. So it is perfect to get out and enjoy just how walkable this city is.
Boston is full of history. It's one of the first cities here in the United States. It has a lot to offer in that matter. So I strongly recommend you to come over here to Boston Common to start this Freedom Trail that they have over here. And it crosses a lot of historical sites over here in the city of Boston.
Yeah, it's actually 2.5 miles long, completely uses sidewalks for the entire thing, so totally pedestrian friendly. And it starts right here in Boston Common, which is actually the oldest park in the United States, and it's gorgeous. So many people out right now.
There's 3 ways you can do this. The first one, they have guided tours with a person that is dressing up.
Yeah, in like a colonial style.
It's nice. The second one is download an app in your phone and do it by yourself. I think there's a cost though. And the third one, it's over here in the guides. How do you say it?
It's like the visitor center.
The visitor center. You have to buy a map. It costs $3, and you can do it by yourself.
That's what we ended up doing.
That's right. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna show you guys how is it.
So enough talking. We got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get going.
Let's go. Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Franklin. This is my favorite president because I like to see him in my bills.
We've been walking for a little bit now, and one place that we found super, super beautiful is the Old South Meeting House. This is actually where they gathered to discuss their plans for the Boston Tea Party. It is a gorgeous building, surrounded by more modern skyscrapers, so it's quite stunning to see the opposition of something so historical. One of the first buildings here with all these new buildings around. There's literally a Chipotle on that corner.
Marshall's and
and a
TJ Maxx.
Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Shake Shack.
Let's go.
Very confusing, but still a super cool stop to see when you're walking the Freedom Trail. It's funny because at this point you guys have seen us visit several different cities around the United States. But as you guys know, Martín has just moved to the United States from Mexico, so he's really getting to know all of the different cities around the United States. And this city is so different from what we've seen so far. I mean, comparing this to Dallas, to Denver, which are all places that we loved, I'm sorry, but I think this one takes the new spot on the top of the list.
Right now, we're going to one place that is not in the Freedom Trail. It's away from the path, but it's important for the history of Boston. We're going to the Boston Tea Party Museum.
Martín randomly has a British accent that comes out from his English classes growing up.
Also, I used to work for a British company before, so I have a British bosses. Anyway, we're going to the Boston Tea Party, and we're gonna have fun and we're gonna learn a little bit of history.
Turns out there's only a couple options of things you can do here. One, they have a tea room and a gift shop, which is free to enter, obviously, if you buy something that's not free. I think we're gonna do that because the other option is a guided tour. It's 1 hour long, takes you through the museum and onto the boat, but it's like $27 or $29 per person.
$26.50.
And we don't have an hour to spare. We have so much to do today.
Right.
So I don't think we're gonna be able to do the tour, but this does look super cool. There's a person who's dressed up like all colonial style that guides you through the tour.
And there's also like a boat that you can get in, and there's like packages of tea that you can recreate throwing the tea into the sea.
So we're just gonna go inside, see what's up, cross it off our list, and then head back to the Freedom Trail, right?
That's right.
Okay. I'm so glad we didn't give up on this place and we decided to go in because Abigail's tea room is awesome. I know my mom and sister, if they're watching this, they would love this place because we love to get afternoon tea. They actually have a tea platter you can get for $14.99 that gives you enough tea for 4 people, 2 scones and 2 toppings. So it would be super fun to come here like in the middle of the afternoon and get that. But since we are planning to eat pretty soon after this, I just decided to get a bottomless cup of tea as well as a scone. Looks super good. They actually have 5 different tea options. Apparently they're the same teas that were actually dumped into the harbor. Unlimited drinks too. So we're gonna fuel up on tea and then hit the road again, head back to the Freedom Trail and keep walking. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try this scone. And how's the tea?
Perfect. It's good, but I'm a coffee person.
True.
This is the Boston Massacre place, the site. So this was one of the main events that conduct into the American independence, or what they called American Revolution, because they were protesting and then they killed a couple of people. The next day, the news was saying Boston Massacre, even though at the end it was only 5 people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 5 people, but they make it seem like it was bigger. So the people get mad, and it was like going into the cause of the independence, of the movement of independence. That's why this is an important site.
Now, admittedly, I'm the type of person that when I find something good, I kind of want to just keep having it. And the other day when we were at the Boston Chowder Co, I felt like, you know what? There were so many different things on that menu I could have tried. Since we passed by Quincy Market on the Freedom Trail, I was like, you know what? I gotta try the lobster mac and cheese. That just sounds right up my alley. So you know what? When you're traveling, sometimes you don't always have to try new places every day. If you find something good, go back to it. So that's what we're doing today. And Martín, we got the lobster roll with hot way with butter, and it looks so good. We're gonna try a little bit of each other's. Time to fuel up because we're only about halfway done with this walk. We still have a long way to go. I cannot believe this mac and cheese. It is like the lobster bisque got mixed with pasta and breadcrumbs and cheese. It's so freaking good. I don't know if I might like this more than the lobster bisque. And look at this chunk of lobster. They are not skimping out on the lobster.
And look at this.
After a gluttonous lunch, what sounds better then some pastries. I always have room for dessert.
Always.
Now we're headed to the north end right now, which is it's also known as the Italian neighborhood,
Little
right?
Italy. A lot of people immigrated over here from Italy. So it's known because they have very good Italian food and also very good Italian pastries. We're looking for some cannoli, and there's two places, what we heard, they're good for that. One is called Mike's, something like that.
Mikey's.
And another one is Modern Pastry.
Yes.
So we're gonna try one of those places and we're gonna tell you guys what we think about that.
We lucked out, you guys, when we were standing in line. They're promoting a movie that's coming out and they're giving away free cannolis. So we didn't have to pay much just for a couple of coffees. It is quite a wait though to get into Modern Pastry, but totally worth it. They have a bunch of different cannolis that you can pick from, also other pastries as well. We're gonna try it, but we're gonna get away from the crowd, find somewhere a little bit more quiet. All right, guys, we made it back onto the Freedom Trail. We keep taking detours, and we have our cannolis here. Martine's gonna try his first. It has pistachio, which he loves. And look where we are. Right behind us is Paul Revere's house. Every corner you turn, there's a piece of history. So let's see how it tastes, Martine. My turn. Just a regular one, because it was free. Wow. Nope.
This one is more significant because when I lived in Italy, my uncle on Sundays, he take the car, he go to the main plaza, then he go to a cafe and bought a couple of pastries, Italian pastries, cannoli in this ones. So, and today is Sunday. So, this cannolo is especially significant for that.
The north end in general is just so stunning, so beautiful. A lot of really good looking restaurants around here. I could pick any of them and I feel like it would be good.
We are going to the Museum of Science.
Yeah, we have an hour till it closes. We were a little worried we would miss the entrance, but we made it just in time.
This is one of the 4 places that we can go with our city pass. Boston is also home of some of the most prestigious universities, not only in the country, but also in the world. I encourage you to come over here to Harvard. It's so beautiful and full of history. There's a subway station just outside of the campus, and it takes 2 or 3 stops from downtown to come over here. This one is a statue of John Harvard. You can read John Harvard and it says 1638. Well, this one is also known as the statue of the 3 lies. Which one are the 3 lies? If you're a fan of the movie Social Network, you already know the answer. Well, the first one is that John Harvard, it wasn't the founder of the university. The second one, it says 1638, but it was founded in 1636. And the final one is that this guy over here is not John Harvard. It's a friend of the person that made the sculpture. There you got it, friends. We're currently at the Franklin Park Zoo, and it's also part of the City Pass. So we are very excited to see some animals. We love whenever we're visiting a zoo, and we're enjoying. Right now it's the morning, but I think if you're coming later on when it's darker, there's something called Boston lights. So it looks like this is very nice in the nighttime.
I just hear laughing.
Huh?
I just hear you laughing.
I don't know if I want to.
Are you shy?
Yeah.
Come on out, Martine. You can do it. It was so nice. As we were walking around, one of the employees stopped us and started to talk to us. I'm not sure if it's because we had a big camera or because they genuinely try to talk to everybody that they meet, that they see here. But he was telling us about how this zoo is very much into a higher mission of conservation, which I really appreciate. He was also telling us a little bit about the Boston lantern thing that was going on. He said it's from end of July until October. So it's something that's definitely seasonal, but looks like it would be super cool if you're here at nighttime. Unfortunately, our flight is in just a couple hours, so we won't be able to come in the nighttime. But so if you're here around those months, might be worth stopping by. Looked pretty incredible. We had an awesome time here in Boston.
Amazing.
What a city. And I feel like we got so much accomplished in just a couple of days.
I completely fall in love with this city. So far, it's my favorite city in the United States.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot more that we could have seen though, so let us know in the comments if you've been here before, if there's somewhere we didn't show. Leave it down in the comments so that we know next time we come, and also for everybody else who's watching, they can get even more ideas of things to do here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every single week. We go all around the United States. We've also done a bunch of stuff throughout Mexico as well. And we love to travel. Also make sure to check out Martin's channel. He makes the same content as me, just in Spanish.
En español.
Yeah, so you can practice your Spanish after you've already figured out what we're talking about in this video. So long, travel well, and make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time. Bye! Curious what camera gear we use while traveling? Want to rock some of our awesome merch? Or maybe you just want a discount with some of our favorite companies? Make sure to check out the description of this video for links to all these things and more.